Welcome back to the Noodle Shop. I'm Gio,
And I'm Tristan.
and we have a pretty fun show for you today, so
Let's get
stay
right into it.
tuned.
I'm
So
all
actually,
jacked up on Pepsi.
what I was gonna say was on our last episode,
Oh God.
when we first started the last episode, I was talking about my mustache that I was gonna shave it,
Yeah, and you still didn't.
and I still have it. And the claw was like, "You can't shave. It's no shave November," and I was like, and she goes, "If you shave, you don't support men's mental health." So I was like,
I
"Damn, I
don't.
gotta."
First of all, I
I was
don't
like,
think it's mental health.
yeah,
Isn't it prostate cancer?
I don't know what it is.
I'm pretty
Mental
sure it's
health, it's
prostate
whatever,
cancer.
whatever. It's it's something about men's health, but I gotta support whatever men's health because I'm a man,
True.
so I'm not shaving it.
Same. Is that how we're starting?
Oh yeah, that was the start.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. That works
Yeah,
for me.
let's keep going. I know we have a few things we want to talk about.
Obviously, the biggest thing. The Spider-Man,
Spooderman.
actual official first trailer came out
Yeah, so it came out yesterday.
last night.
We're recording
Actually.
this on the 17th,
Yeah, and it came out on
and it
the
came out on the
16th.
16th
It
at
came
like
out on my
8:30.
mom's birthday.
Oh, nice. That was a present for your mom.
Apparently so. She probably doesn't even care about that movie.
Oh, and sorry we're putting out this episode kind of late. We
It's all right.
life happens, so
Pretty much.
this ain't our job and we don't get paid for it. So we're doing it for fun.
Pretty much.
Motherfucker. Nah, but
Gio
no.
said we gangsta
Yeah.
now.
No, yeah, the Spider-Man trailer. So
I'll let Gio take the floor on this one for the moment.
so it was a huge trailer. There was a
It
lot
was-
of
that
there was a
was-
lot of stuff going on.
That was one of the longest trailers I think I've seen in a very long
Well, it was
time.
a 3-minute trailer,
Yeah.
and
Most of the trailers I see are only like a minute and a half
There
to
was a-
2 minutes.
there was a few things right away that stood out to me. What my
Tobey
biggest
Maguire? I'm just kidding.
Andrew Garfield not being there. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the biggest thing that stood out to me was Electro. When
He
they show
looks
when
like
they show him and he
normal
does
Electro.
the actual
Like the
his
mask?
mask, and I was like, oh, that's so damn cool. So that stood out to me, and then the other thing that stood out to me, and I'm gonna stick to my theory on this, but at the end of the trailer, Doctor Strange is telling Peter that he can't control it, and there's all this purple stuff all around the world.
Which honestly, it looks like the timeline in Loki.
That, not only that, you know what else it looked like? It looked like the portals from Into the Spideyverse.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would actually.
So my theory, and I'm not sure if other people have this theory, but my theory has been,
Spider Pig?
N-
Spider Pig.
well, maybe, but I think that there's gonna be more than one villain, and
Well,
I think
they showed a trailer. of,
well,
like,
yeah, no,
6
but you know what I mean.
villains.
You know what I mean by that. Like, I think there's gonna be more than them,
There's gonna be a lot, yeah.
and I think that there's gonna be more than 3 Spider-Mans.
I agree. I think so.
Just
as
by
well.
the end of the trailer, I was like, oh, there's got to be like a Spider-Man war.
It's
You know
gonna
what
be
I'm saying?
like Civil War, but Spider-Man.
With Spider-Mans, exactly.
That would be awesome.
That's how I see it. But those are the things that stood out to me. There was other things, like there's to me there's 2 Green Goblins. There's
Yeah.
not just one Green Goblin.
Well, that's what. So I've seen. Since it's amazing how since I've watched that trailer, like all my videos on TikTok are all Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Now.
Well, I mean,
Literally
it's like-
every video is Spider-Man now.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
surprised it didn't break records. I think yet. I didn't hear anything about it breaking
I have no
records.
idea. Well, I mean, they released it silently. They didn't even like advertise it or anything.
Yeah. I mean,
There's a video.
to normal people, they released
Oh,
it
true,
silently.
true.
There was people on Twitter like me waiting for the Spider-Man.
Just
trailer.
waiting for it,
Yeah, waiting.
pretty much.
I was watching a movie, and at the same time, I was on Twitter like, when is it coming out? When is it coming
Well,
out?
I was watching a movie and you text me and then I looked on my phone and I went on Google and it was like posted 20 minutes ago and I was like, What?
Yeah.
Um, but the one of the videos I saw this morning was somebody who was saying their theory, and their theory that they were claiming is
Yeah.
that all of the villains come from their own universe,
Yeah.
and then when they're in this universe, they're becoming their version of, or this
Oh,
they're
the
becoming
Marvel Universe villain of their
they're becoming
like their
a
variant.
pretty much they're becoming their variant of the MCU, which is
Ah.
why in the beginning you see Doc Ock has gray tentacles, and then there's a scene where it's transforming from gray to red.
So no, actually, that is so if you watch that scene in like slow motion. So I watched the trailer like 10 times to kind of analyze it. But if you watch the trailer in slow motion, you see that cuz you know the Iron Spidey suit is nanotech
Yeah.
cuz it's the same thing as Iron Man's costume. So there's a part where when he's going to grab him, the suit moves
Yeah.
and then the suit starts to move onto his tentacles. So I think
Ah,
that the suit, because it's
like
controlled by
absorbed
Spider
into it.
Man. No,
Yeah.
because it's controlled by Spider Man. The next scene that they show is he's in the cage and they're like, "Oh, what's
What's
your
your
name?"
name?
And he's like, "Oh, Otto Octavius," and they start laughing. But his tentacles are closed
Yeah, they're not
and they're
open.
red. So I
Hmm.
think Spider Man used the suit to
Two.
close his tentacles so he can't use them.
Hmm. That's interesting. See, I've seen that. Well, I haven't seen that theory. That's actually a good theory. But the other theory I've seen is that that scene when he pins him against the wall and he like the nanotech takes
Yeah,
his mask off. He's like, "Oh, you're not Peter Parker."
yeah,
And then he like what they're saying is he was going to kill him, and then when he realizes it's not Peter, like
like
he just lets
Tobey
him go.
Maguire.
Yeah, he just like lets him go and like he helps him
That's
kind of thing.
possible. Yeah, I mean that's possible too. I mean he is telling them, you know, like about the things that are going on.
Yeah. So
So
maybe that's where that is coming in. Maybe
um,
maybe they're throwing us a curveball and he's actually going to be a good guy in this movie.
I can see that. I can see. Okay, so
Same with Sandman because Electro
I
in
can
that
see them being
trailer,
two. I could be see them being two of every villain in the movie.
a bad version and a
A
good
bad
version.
version and a good version. The only one
So,
that I think is gonna be bad is Green Goblin.
you think so?
Yeah, but I think that there's gonna be a good Sandman because the Sandman was
Well, in that scene there was oh no, actually
Sandman
no.
at the end. He's like huge.
Yeah, and he's fighting them and then there's also a scene near like the middle of it where Electro's fighting Sandman.
It looked like that, but
Well, he looked like he was electrocuting him. I
I
don't know
think
if he
well,
was.
there's another part where it looks like Electro is shocking Doc Ock too,
Yeah.
but it's I think it's something else. I think we're not getting the full picture, so we're not seeing exactly what's going on.
Speaking of full picture,
Yes.
we talked about this right before we started the Brazilian version of the trailer
Oh yeah.
where there's Lizard and Electro and Sandman
Yeah. The end
versus
of the trailer.
just
Yeah.
Tom Holland and then Lizard like jumps and he like
His
gets
face
hit.
like smacks sideways,
Yeah.
and there's nothing hitting him, so he's
Yeah,
getting
so
hit
they're
by a
like,
ghost.
"Yep, that's either Toby or Andrew
People are like that.
Garfield."
It's Miles Morales because Miles Morales, one of his powers is to go invisible. Um, what?
Watch that actually be the real thing.
That would be awesome.
He just gets hit
He
out of
gets hit, and then
nowhere.
Miles Morales like
That would
comes
be
out of no.
cool. That
That
would be
would,
like the
yeah,
best intro ever. But
that would be awesome. And then he's like, "Hey, Spider Man," and then Spider Man's like, "Who the hell are you? Where the hell you came from?"
he's like, "I'm Spooder Man."
I'm Spider Man from another dimension. But yeah, no, that Spider Man trailer, man, it was really good.
It was. It didn't reveal too much, but it didn't reveal too
So
little at the same time.
yeah, yeah. So I feel like a lot of what we see right now, what we're seeing in the trailers, I feel like that's gonna be the beginning of the movie.
I agree. I wonder how long this movie is.
It's gonna be 2.5 hours long or something
It
like
should be
that.
like 4.
No, it's gonna be like 2.5 or like almost 3 hours long, something like that. Which is
Hmm.
pretty long for a Spider-Man
Oh
movie.
yeah.
It'll be the longest Spider-Man
I
movie.
hope it's a good movie. I think it will be.
Imagine
I would
imagine it sucks.
I would hate right now to be any of the cast on this movie. Because
Why?
literally every single question they're getting asked is about the movie and they can't answer a single question.
Yeah.
I saw I think was it no, it was Jimmy Kimmel, I believe. He was asking
Andrew.
Benedict
Oh yeah.
Cumberbatch.
Okay.
He was like, "So there's a lot of theories going around that you may be Mephisto instead of Doctor
Yeah.
Strange." And he just went, "Hmm." He didn't answer the question.
um, I don't think he's Mephisto. I think it
I
is
don't know.
Seeing this trailer, I think it is Doctor Strange.
I don't know. I still don't know.
But we'll have to wait and see, I guess, because I don't think they're gonna. The only reason I'm thinking it's not Mephisto is because they're not gonna introduce Mephisto in a Sony movie.
That's true.
Doctor Strange is
I
already
still
an
think it.
established character.
I still think it's gonna be Mysterio.
I do. There's a part of me thinks the whole movie's Mysterio, and he didn't die.
I think it's Mysterio.
I don't know. We'll see.
You know how hyped I'm gonna be if we got that right, that it's actually Mysterio in the whole movie.
Yeah, because what we've been talking about Mysterio being since
since like
we
one of the
started
first
talking, yeah,
podcasts.
since we started talking about Spider-Man on
We're
our
like
podcast.
Mysterio. It's probably Mysterio.
That would be crazy though, because everyone thinks Mysterio's dead.
Yeah, and it's Jake Gyllenhaal, so
Yeah.
obviously.
You said you just saw Shang Chi.
Yeah, that was the movie I was watching while
What do you think about it?
I thought for a movie that I was like, I really don't really want to see this movie. I thought that movie was one of the best Marvel movies
See,
I've seen in a
now
while.
now you have to watch Eternals.
Really?
Yes, it was a pretty good movie.
Really?
I enjoyed it. All the reviews gave it like horrible reviews, and we went to go see it, and me
I
and the
think I'll
Claw
wait.
were like,
I'll wait till it's on Disney Plus to
okay,
watch.
yeah. But me and the Claw were just like, it was a good movie, and Claw hates everything.
True.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
mean,
No, Shang
honestly,
Chi though.
they did a good
I
job.
thought that was a really good movie.
I wanted the at the end when they're like fighting the big monster, I wanted it to be something else. Like I wanted it to be like an actual like
I
known
honestly
villain or
I
something.
thought it was I think the only part that I didn't like about the movie was
The graphics. Some of the
no,
graphics kind of suck.
honestly, I didn't really pay attention to the graphics. I just watched the movie. But it was kind of predictable what was gonna happen.
Like in what sense?
I knew somehow, some way, because of what's her name in the movie? Kate, I think it's Katie, the girl that doesn't have any powers, like his best friend.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I knew that she would be the one to save them all,
Mm.
just based on the fact that
The way she was a character, the way her character was.
yeah, like she couldn't shoot a bow and arrow to save her life. She couldn't do this. She couldn't do that. And then at the very end of the movie, she makes the one shot.
Yeah, and then they were like, "Let's get down to business."
You know what's funny is when they were training, that was the exact song I was
Oh, really?
thinking of. I was like, this is so close to
Oh,
Mulan,
that's
like
funny.
it's not even funny anymore.
I did like so for Shang Chi. Man, it's cool that they showed what's his name?
He's very similar to Doctor Strange though.
Who?
Shang-Chi.
Did you watch the after credit scenes
I did.
with Hulk, with the Incredible Hulk and
Yeah, I still don't know where Shang-Chi is in the timeline. I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, I can't either. I'm not sure if it's after
I don't
everything that went down.
I don't think it's after Endgame because Hulk isn't Hulk yet.
Yeah,
He's
but he
not.
already has the thing on his arm, the sling. So he already did the snap, and his arm would have burned.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's got to be after.
But how did he figure out how to get back to Bruce Banner then? Because he said he I don't know. I couldn't figure it out. When they were showing Bruce Banner and
Yeah.
Captain Marvel, I was like, is this
I mean,
after Endgame or is this
No,
before
because
Endgame?
he
But
does turn back into Bruce Banner. He figures out how to actually go back and
to
forth.
get right in the
Yeah,
middle. Yeah, I don't know.
Um,
I couldn't Like that was throwing me off because I was like, he's not still Hulk.
And then the Abomination scene, they for me they hyped that scene so much, and Abomination was in the movie for all of 2 seconds,
Yeah,
and
and
I
then
was like,
he
that was
punched
kind of lame.
himself in the face, and
I
that
was
was
like, that
it.
was kind of lame.
I
And then that,
thought it was cool seeing what's the dude's name from Doctor Strange?
that's who I'm trying to think of. What's his name?
Isn't it like Kang or something
I
like
don't
that?
know. Whatever. You know who we're talking about.
Yeah.
If you watch the Marvel
If you know Marvel
movies,
stuff,
yeah.
yeah, you
And
know
if you
who.
don't, you know who we're talking about still.
If you don't know, now you know.
Mother. Um.
So yeah, I liked it. I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah, yeah. So
I
guys,
think it's because I had such low expectations.
dude, you should watch. You should watch
Eternals.
Eternals. It's a pretty good movie.
Is it boring? Is the question. Is most of
Um,
it boring? That's what I'm worried about. I think
to
it's gonna be
me,
boring.
I didn't find it boring. Honestly,
I felt like Shang Chi had
a lot of action.
it had the perfect amount of action versus storyline.
Yeah.
I felt like all the
Now,
flashbacks like kept you in the story, but the
I
action
I feel like they did kind of the same thing with
Eternals
Eternals. It has a decent amount of action, but it does have a lot of story. Because you have to think you're getting these characters, even with Shang-Chi,
that
you're
you've never
getting a lot of
seen.
these characters that if you don't read the comic books or know, you're not gonna know what the heck you're watching. You
Yeah,
know? So what I did like about Eternals is when you're watching it, it doesn't feel like you're watching a Marvel movie.
Eternals. You're
Yeah.
saying?
Where Shang-Chi kind of gave you kind of that middle ground where it feels like you are
It
watching a
was
Marvel
like a
movie, but
half.
it doesn't.
Honestly, Shang Chi. It felt like a half Marvel, half Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah, yeah,
With how they were fighting and everything,
yeah.
and the chick with the freaking what's it called
The knife.
the knife on a rope.
Oh,
She's freaking
that's a
Scorpion.
guy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, he said she
um,
was the sister. I don't know.
no. Oh yeah, no. The sister's the one with the short hair. The one with the mask, you mean?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. I was like the
No, she has a knife on a rope and she like throws it.
abuse.
My bad. She has a knife on a rope and she like
Oh
throws
yeah,
it
that's the
at stuff.
sister. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
she's
sister.
Scorpion, bro.
Yeah.
And then
Get over
he's
here.
Sub-Zero because he can control water.
Mm. Um. Yeah, no, but they honestly, I feel like the new Marvel movies, they're going in a different route,
And it's working.
and it seems nice. Now, I will say, I think the reason people don't like them
It's
is
because
because
it's
his characters we don't know. If
well,
like
yeah. They gotta
the
expand the
majority,
universe.
the majority of characters you don't know. Yeah, but you could think about this. Like, so okay, you know Daredevil's in Spider-Man, right?
Yeah,
They can make a Daredevil movie.
they can make
They
they
can
could
make.
put Daredevil in this movie.
They could have done like numerous characters like to bring in. I know that they're gonna start bringing in like Fantastic Four and the X-Men and stuff like that.
You
But
know it'd be
uh oh, uh oh,
crazy.
your mind's
The
about to
I feel
explode.
like we already talked about this,
Yeah.
but you notice that there's two Green Goblins, right? In the trailer,
So I personally think that it's one Green Goblin,
and he just changes
and
his
he
outfit.
changes his outfit.
Kind of like
But
the whole theory that I was talking about, where they like move to their MCU form.
yes, but
That was the theory about that as well.
but you could be right, and there could be two Green Goblins because when they do show it, it's kind of fast, and it looks like the Goblin from Amazing Spider-Man 2.
It does. From the video I
And
saw, yeah.
even when you watch it slow,
It still looks like
it
it.
looks like him, but at the same time,
The glider looks like the one from James Franco,
exactly. And then the outfit looks like
the one from
the
Amazing Spider-Man.
partially, because you could see on the arms, you could see William Defoe's looking arms.
Like his blades.
Yeah. No, not his blades. Like the little weird things that he has on his arms.
Oh yeah.
So like, it could be like a mix of all three,
Which would be awesome.
which would be yeah, that would be badass.
What? Who did they say was gonna play him?
Who?
Oh, it was a video. It was a video I saw. They were saying when they did the trailer, I guess they had like a trailer thing out in LA and Tom Holland was there
Mhm.
when they were doing the trailer last
Yeah.
night and he had mentioned like his brother
Oh, because his brother,
and they're saying that
his brother's
maybe
in a
his
movie.
yeah, they're saying that his brother may be that new Green Goblin.
Nah,
I don't think so either, but
I don't think so.
it'd be crazy if it's James Franco again.
So, James Franco's like blacklisted or something from Hollywood.
I don't know. You don't know.
So another thing
Jokes
that
on
I was
us.
talking about was
Johnny Depp.
they filmed MJ falling.
They did.
So another thing that I was thinking, and I have like I guess my theory, and I'm not sure if any other YouTubers or anything are talking about it, but
Andrew Garfield saves him.
Ned falls too.
Huh?
Ned's falling too.
In that scene?
Yeah, or he's at least looking like he's falling because he's grabbing onto a pole. And the pole falls, and he goes to reach for MJ, but MJ keeps falling. So, I think, and this is just me throwing it out there.
His hobgoblin comes out?
So, no, I think I think that scene, that fight scene, is gonna happen in the middle of the movie,
And that's going to lead to him becoming
and
hobgoblin?
I think that's gonna lead to him becoming a bad guy. Yeah,
Because he didn't save him and he saved MJ?
Both of them fall, and Ned is the one that ends up falling, and MJ gets saved. And then, you know who saves Ned,
Probably Green Goblin.
and then tells him like, oh,
Oh, you're my son now.
no, it tells him like, oh, Spider-Man's your friend, and he left you to die, and basically Ned's like, this motherfucker, and then like,
and then he's hobgoblin.
yeah, exactly.
That's gonna be interesting.
I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait.
We'll
We went
see.
back to Spider-Man, and after talking about other Marvel movies,
We'll see. We'll see.
anything on your notes that you see? Because I have a few. I have a
notes.
few more notes.
What do you got? Because I just talked about Shang Chi. That was one of my notes.
I got the Halo TV series.
Okay.
So
that leads into my next thing as well.
Okay, cool. So, I'm not a huge Halo fan. We've talked about that.
I am
before.
a huge Halo fan, so
and
I played every Halo.
And I know that when the show comes out, I'm gonna watch it regardless because it's based off of a video game, and I support anything live action video game. Like Resident Evil comes out this month, and I cannot wait to just go watch it 100 times.
I mean, there's
it
not
looks
much
way
to
better.
It looks insane.
It looks way better than. It looks way better than. Well, 1 and 2 from the original were really good movies, but after that, I don't know what the hell happened. They went like drunk, making dumbass movies.
Are we talking about the same thing? You talking about Resident Evil?
Yeah, Resident Evil.
I was talking about Halo.
Yeah, no. I'm saying like I'm gonna support any video game like adaptions, even if it sucks. I'm just gonna go watch it because I gotta support it. Like Uncharted, I disagree with it, but I'm gonna go watch it regardless. So okay, the new Halo TV series.
It's a very small sneak peek, but it
it's
looks really
small,
good.
and his outfit, like when he puts on his helmet and they show his actual outfit, looks really freaking cool.
It does.
And I've seen
it's like as if they mixed all the Halo outfits into one outfit.
Yeah, okay. You see, I wouldn't even know that. So, I've seen all of the live action like web series or like
Halo stuff.
Yeah, the Halo stuff. I've seen everything.
Forward Unto Dawn.
That they've done. Yeah,
that's the best one in my opinion.
And like the look, because they've always been like low budget. They were never like big budgeted things. This looks like a big budget.
I would say the only big budget thing would be like the animated series, because their animated series are really like really.
Yeah, like the detail. Yeah, the detail's clean. But I feel like this looks like a movie.
Yeah, well, it's a TV show,
so. But I wonder what it's gonna be about.
It could be.
You think it's gonna lead into Infinite?
It doesn't come out before Infinite, I don't think.
Or comes out after?
Yeah, Infinite comes out December 8th, I believe.
So you
Speaking of Infinite.
So really quick, but you can maybe answer this. What's wrong with his back?
I don't know, because that's
big ass scar on his back.
That's not like something that's been, unless I just don't know about it. That's not something I have heard of before. That like he has a big scar on his back. So maybe they're gonna explain that.
And then, do you think that's Cortana?
What, talking to him?
Yeah.
It didn't
Ooh.
sound like
It
Cortana.
didn't, right?
It
That's
sounds
my
it
thing.
sounds like something that came before Cortana.
Okay. So you maybe think it's like maybe a prequel to the first Halo game?
I don't know. I that's what I want to wait and see, because if it's either going to be a prequel to all the Halo games, or it's going to be way past the Halo games. There's no in between.
Yeah, but
It's not going to be in the
past
middle somewhere.
was the one that they show his face?
They haven't shown his face yet.
I thought. Oh no, it's well no. Doesn't he take off his helmet?
There's a game he
He
takes
doesn't.
off his helmet, but they don't show his face.
But everyone in the game sees his face. No, or like I don't know.
The
You know what I'm
character,
trying to say,
like
right?
the
The
AI see
AI
his
see his
face,
face, right?
but
And it's supposed to be.
no one actually sees his face,
Mm,
which is also why I find that
but he's an old
commercial
man
interesting.
when he takes off his helmet, isn't he?
They haven't said anything.
Mm, I don't know, man.
That's also why I find it interesting, because they've never shown his body or his head like that.
Yeah,
So now to see him like
he's bald.
bald
Yeah, because he has hair.
and he's like got scratches and all this stuff, you've never seen that before. So
I feel like it's a prequel.
it probably
It would only make
is,
sense if they started from the beginning.
and they would show like how he got the
How he,
suit or
yeah,
something.
like how he becomes Master Chief.
I mean, going into
Because
what they're
his name
calling
isn't
possibly the final
his
Halo.
name's not Master Chief.
No,
They never say his name, right? Or do
it's
they say his name?
John 117, but I don't know what his last name is. It's just John.
Oh, you see, so then it would be cool to see, like, if it's his story of him
Like his
becoming Master.
origin.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
him becoming Master Chief, and then it goes straight into basically one, and then Xbox is like, well, let's make more money. We're gonna remaster number one.
They've already remastered number
We're
1.
gonna
Like
remake it.
they've remastered number 1, number 2, and then they remastered them again for the Master Chief collection.
Oh yeah, they'll
Yeah.
remake them. They'll just remake them.
I mean, might as well.
Um,
Speaking of Halo, though,
yeah,
Halo Infinite. I don't know if you saw. It's
no.
20 years of Bungie right now.
Oh yeah, 30 years.
Well,
It's
sorry, 20 years of Halo.
Oh, and
30 years of Bungie, but 20 years of Halo.
yeah. So
Because
wait,
the
are they
first
doing
Halo.
something for Infinite?
They released the game early.
Really?
They released it on Monday early. They're saying it's a beta, but
It's
it's
the actual game.
sorry.
Abuse!
it's just the multiplayer. You can't play the campaign,
Oh, okay,
but they
okay.
released the multiplayer early until
So
the
30,
game comes out.
30 years of Bungie is on in December
Yeah,
because
and this is
they're doing Destiny is doing
like a big event.
cosmetics. Well, they're doing cosmetics
Yeah.
for some of their like ornaments or outfits.
Halo's doing the same.
And then they're releasing a new dungeon and the Galahorn.
Oh yeah, that makes sense actually. Now that I don't know why I thought.
Yeah.
It is 20 years of Halo, because Bungie doesn't even make Halo anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's 20 years of Halo. So they're doing.
Wow, but that's still, man, 20 years.
Took them 10
You know
years
what I
to
was
make
doing
the first
20
Halo.
years ago?
You were in school, I would assume.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember 5 years ago.
But yeah, it's
That's what
20
happens when you become an old man.
20 years of Halo. So they released the multiplayer early. So
That's
I've
pretty
been
cool.
playing the multiplayer. Honestly,
It was good.
this is probably the best Halo since 343 took over.
Damn.
Because Bungie Halos, all of them, perfect.
Perfection.
343 took over, hitting 0 for
Well,
0 for 20.
It's like create original creators. When they create their vision, it's gonna be the best because that was like it's their baby.
Yeah.
And then
So-
someone else took over their baby and
And
didn't
it's
know
not
what to do
nearly
with
as
it.
good. Yeah.
It's like I know I always bring up Metal Gear, but Metal Gear is such a good thing, like a good analogy, I guess, for it because uh, Metal Gear Solid 5 came out, and then they came out. Then
Like
Hideo
Phantom Pain
Kojima
and all
left.
that, right?
Yeah, and then Hideo Kojima got fired or left or whatever the heck happened. Kojima or
Konami.
Konami, and they released Survive, Metal Gear Solid Survive,
Yeah, and
which is
everyone
which is
hated
based
it.
in the same engine that 5 was based off, but it wasn't a Metal Gear game, and that game like was like garbage.
Yeah.
And so it's when someone else takes over your vision, if they don't have the same passion, it's gonna fall, it's gonna fail, because you're not putting the same, not necessarily effort, but you're not putting the same love into it.
Yeah, it's not quite the
So
same. So
it's like tomorrow if something happened to us and then someone else had to come in and take
do our
over the noodle
podcast.
shop,
Yeah, it wouldn't
it's not
work.
gonna be the same.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna become super famous, but
And no one Norlock. But I guess it could be that. I will say their campaigns have been,
it's pretty good.
yeah, they're pretty solid on their campaigns though. Their multiplayer garbage.
See,
Halo
I
4 garbage.
see,
Halo
I never
5
got. I mean, we've talked about it. I never got into Halo like that, so
but
maybe I'll give it a shot. I don't know. We'll
Halo
see.
Infinite, I give it like so far I've played probably 10 15 games online. I give it like a 9.
And is it pretty balanced?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple things they need to like just
Tweak.
nitpicking
Yeah.
stuff. Everyone's a freaking sponge in that game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
It takes like
that's
a whole mag to kill one person. Like
not like Call of Duty. Done.
well, Call of Duty is somewhat the same, but like their shields that they made, like the shields take so much to get down.
They'll probably
Also,
balance that out.
I'm pretty nasty at that game with a sniper rifle.
Nice.
I've always been nasty in Halo with sniper rifles, but that game, I'm even more nasty,
So look out, cause TJM is coming after you.
pretty much. Um, yeah, so that happens, and then I had another game. Oh, Battlefield. Have you played Battlefield?
I have not. I don't think I'm going to, honestly.
For how hyped I was for that game, it let me down.
Yeah.
It let me
Did you
down.
play the? Did you play like the beta?
I played
Is
the
it out?
beta, not officially.
No, right? Yeah.
So I played the beta. The beta was all right. They didn't have very much in the beta, which I talked about a couple podcasts ago. It was just
Yeah,
one
because
map. And
I was asking you if you jumped into the tornado, and you were like, I haven't gotten that yet.
no, I didn't play it long enough. I got bored. It was just boring.
You can't break down buildings.
Well, that's what I was saying in the beta. The one map they freaking chose doesn't have like any buildings in it. It
So
just
it's
has
like
the
an
rocket.
It's
That's
like an
it.
open field.
Yeah.
It's an open desert, and they're just like, everyone kill everyone in the desert.
Pretty much.
That's funny.
But they released it. Same thing. They released it on Monday for early release people, so people that brought the gold editions
Yeah.
and stuff, and then for EA Play, which I
Oh
have.
yeah, yeah.
EA Play gets a free 10-hour trial of it, so I've been playing that, and it's letting me down.
Well,
It's kind of
looks like
sad.
I won't be playing that.
There's so many bugs.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah,
That sucks because the trailer looked really, really nice.
yeah. Well,
Um,
of course it does. There's
well,
also a bug. I've yet to get this bug. I heard about it though. There's a bug that it crashes your console.
oh hell no.
The whole console, not just the game. It
So it
crashes the
breaks it?
console. No, it doesn't break it.
Oh.
It just like you have to turn your whole console
Oh,
off
yeah,
to fix
okay.
it. Same with PC. It
Wow.
does the same thing. It crashes the whole thing.
Well, it looked like I won't be playing it. That was happening with New World, and I guess they fixed it. But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. So my last thing on my list that I wanted to talk about was the GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition. Man, I heard a lot of bad stuff about it.
I have too.
So
I heard good and bad stuff.
So I've heard good and bad stuff. I heard that 3 is the worst one, that it has a bunch of bugs.
I'm not surprised.
And I heard that San Andreas was actually pretty alright. That there are a lot of bugs still, but it's alright.
They put San Andreas on Game Pass. Not the other two, but San Andreas. I
Yeah.
played probably 20 minutes of it, and then I played something else. It works pretty all right. It looks okay. I mean,
Yeah, I mean they updated all
some of the
all the,
graphics
well, they updated all the
still looks
like
just
all
as
the
clunky.
shaders
Though.
and all that.
Yeah, it still looks just as clunky though.
Wow.
I mean, it looks nicer than it did, but it's still. I mean, it looks pretty similar.
I do want to play them because I mean, playing those games growing up, they were probably the best games. You know.
Yeah. Well, I heard
Um,
on PC that from one of my friends that plays PC, he told me that
they're gonna start doing mods for the games
oh, I'm
on
sure there
PC.
already
Yeah.
is, but he said that PC they can't even launch the game.
Really?
From what he was saying, he
Oh
downloaded it
wow.
and he can't even launch the game.
I
He
was
clicks on it and it just does absolutely
I
nothing.
was having that problem with the Mass Effect, the relaunch for Mass Effect through
Yeah, it just won't
Xbox, and it
launch.
won't launch. And now I have it, and I'm like, I don't even want to play it anymore.
Yeah, that's what he was telling me. He said he downloaded San Andreas and it
Yeah.
won't launch.
Wow. That's crazy. Well, you know what that means, right? Wait till it's on sale.
Well,
Wait
or
till it's
that,
in
or just get the
the blue bin.
Game Pass one.
Yeah, but that's only one game.
You ain't gonna play all three in the matter of a week.
You don't know me, man.
I do. I know you.
Yeah, I'm
You
still
gotta.
playing.
You
I'm still
got the
playing
same amount of
Psychonauts.
hours I do.
I'm still playing Psychonauts. Actually, I got a little further in that one, and I'm really liking the game. And I'm like, I can't wait to beat the first one so I can finally get to the second one, because it's actually a really cool story. It's weird though.
Never played it, but I know. I know genuinely or generally what it's about. I played Forza.
Oh, how's that? Because I was thinking about downloading it.
This is probably the best
I know,
Forza
I
in a
know the
while.
graphics.
Oh, the graphics
I
are
know the graphics
insane.
are insane. Yeah, that's what I got to see a little bit of gameplay.
Graphics are insane. The game is like I I have yet to see anything wrong with the game. It's near perfect.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out.
It's like they fixed everything that was wrong in the last couple ones and they fixed all of it and it runs and plays and works properly and it's great.
Yeah, I'm gonna end up once I beat Psychonauts 1 and 2, then I'll check that one out.
Yeah, it's fun. It's
Yeah.
fun, especially if you like cars.
I was actually just playing Dirt the other day.
Well, I'm not a fan of Dirt.
Yeah,
I don't like
I
that
didn't
you
really
can't
like it.
customize anything.
I didn't really like it.
Yeah, I don't like Dirt. I like Forza because you can customize everything.
Yeah,
They put
yeah.
so much into this game too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it
like
open world?
uh-huh.
I'm gonna have to check
You
it
can
out.
do races too, but
My brother
it's
was
open
telling me
world.
about the game you were saying the last time we were talking, the snowboarding game.
Steep or
No, the
Riders Republic.
yeah, Riders Republic. My brother was telling me about that. He was like, "Oh, it's a pretty cool game." He was like, "It's like
It's,
Tony Hawk."
it is. It's cool.
So
I haven't bought it yet,
I
but
want
it's
to
cool.
check that one out too.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm turning into an Xbox person. There's not been
Come to the dark side, Padawan.
actually PlayStation is the dark side. We talked about this.
Come to the dark side.
You're my
Do
Padawan,
it.
man. What are you talking about?
Do it. Any other big things you can think of, Gio?
No, actually, not at the moment. I think that was on my list. I don't know about your list.
I have one more thing. I was gonna talk about my concert I went to.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. How was
I
that?
went to a 21 Pilots concert, last concert of the Takeover tour in Atlanta.
Yeah,
That was probably the best concert I've ever been to.
nice. The concerts. So I have a few concerts coming up. I have a concert coming up in February. I'm going to
Nice.
see AFI, and then
What's the date on that? Do you know?
I can't remember. I can't remember.
True.
And then I got two more notifications on some more concerts coming, but I want to see this band. They're coming to the Beecham in
Where's
downtown
AFI
Atlanta.
performing?
Think House of Blues. I think.
I was gonna ask, is it House of Blues or is it
Well, you're
somewhere
gonna
else?
come. You're coming to see AFI.
I don't know.
You ever seen them? You ever heard listen to them?
No, you had me listen to
They're
them.
pretty good. I mean, show wise, they're a pretty good show. I'm not sure about this new album, because I don't really like the new album too much. But we'll see. But yeah, I mean, what was your favorite part of the concert that you went to?
I think honestly, I think it was energy.
Just
Because this is the first concert I've ever been to that's been 100% sold out. It was so
nice.
sold out. So it sold out the first go round, and
Yeah.
then like 3 days before the concert, they released more tickets of floor, like
Yeah,
floor tickets,
yeah.
and those sold out as well. And there literally was not a single seat empty in the whole arena.
Damn.
I looked around the whole arena and I could not see a single seat that was empty, other than my seats because I sat elsewhere. But
COVID Central. No.
but I think it was that. I didn't know it was the last concert of the
Of the
tour.
tour.
So, of
That's always
course,
cool because you get one of two things on the last concert, right?
either
You
they're
either get
super
like the
exhausted
yeah,
or
or you get like the best show because they're trying to do the best that they could do at the end, you know?
which is what they did.
Yeah,
They
that's
gave
cool.
the best show, even though they didn't do like stuff that I remember from their first concert because they haven't done that in any of their concerts
Yeah.
recently. But like they
Well, I mean,
went
it's also
all out.
you also have to think about it this way. So not every show is going to be the same, right? So they might do some elements of the previous shows, but the shows are going to change. That's why
Yeah,
that's why they changed the name of tours, because each tour is a different show.
yeah.
It's like when I go see bands, like their setup sometimes is a totally different setup. We went to go see Cradle of Filth. I don't know if you know who that is, but
Nope.
we went to go see this band Cradle of Filth at House of Blues. And dude, their setup, like they had like ramps. I don't know how the hell they fit ramps in the damn stage, but they had ramps coming down, and the drum set was all the way up on this platform. And then we went to go see them again in Fort Lauderdale at another venue, and this is like we're talking a couple years later, like maybe let's say like 5 6 years later, and their whole setup was different. So I
Well,
mean,
yeah, they did
bands are
change
always
their
going to change
setup.
up their
Yeah,
setup, but that's pretty cool, man. That
yeah.
it was like their last tour date, and and they just went balls to the wall. They
Yeah.
killed it. I always like when bands do that.
It was like I said, I think I told you like after the concert, like you could tell. So like their thing, every concert they always end with the same song. They always do the same thing for their ending. Right before that song, the singer, he always comes out and like plays his piano and like talks to the crowd pretty
Yeah,
much.
and
And
they
I
didn't
think
do that this time.
no, he did that. He
Oh,
did.
okay,
They always do that. So I think I told you he came out and he was literally, as he was talking to the crowd, he was crying.
damn.
He was basically just like pouring his heart out, like how much he appreciated the crowd. And
Yeah,
he
because
he was so he was telling us like he was so anxious that this tour wasn't going to happen because of COVID.
yeah,
And then it happened, and he like he was like, I can't wait to do our next tour.
yeah, there's a lot of artists that had to push their tours back or their shows back because of COVID, and like that's a whole year. Think about it. So like we were out of work
And they
and
were,
they were out of everything pretty much,
I mean, they
so
could still make music, but like they
yeah,
can't be with their band members making the
exactly, yeah,
music kind of
exactly,
thing.
so it's all separate. So and it's kind of like the world had to evolve and figure it out.
Yeah.
We had to go into the metaverse.
The COVID verse.
But yeah, honestly, we just went to go see Scary Kids Scaring Kids, and they're a rock band, and dude, their show was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Very emotional, but it was awesome.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean,
So going to, I think getting back into it, and that's something that we, as a society, I guess that's something. If you are really really into your music, that's something we end up missing. We end up missing our shows.
yeah, of
Dude, I
course.
haven't played my drum set in a couple months, and I'm
Yeah.
already like I'm fiending. I'm like I want to play a show, which I know I'm not going to until next year. So um
Yeah, it's
so coming
crazy.
from like that side of it, like where I am a musician, I play the drums for a band, uh I want to play a show. I want to do
Yeah.
a show tomorrow. Unfortunately, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
It's always about booking and stuff, and I could see how like 21 Pilots, booking the show last year, and then last year happening,
And
and
they're like,
and they're
"Oh,
like,
I don't know."
"Oh
Oh,
shoot.
well, this no, I think this tour was supposed to come out this year because
Was it? Oh,
their
okay.
album came out this year. But
Okay,
I think
okay.
that's was the thing, like they didn't know.
They didn't know if it was going
They
to be
didn't know if it
canceled
was
or
going
yeah.
to or not.
And that's the thing is like things keep happening. It's gonna they can get canceled immediately.
Yeah.
So
One outbreak and the whole
yeah,
entire
yeah.
tour's canceled.
So
Um The other cool thing, honestly, about this concert, which I didn't know at the time,
Yeah.
so we were walking around downtown Atlanta because their
And they were
stadium
they
is
were
in.
hanging out there.
No, no,
Oh.
no.
Sometimes that happens, man.
I
Sometimes
mean,
that happens.
not that I know of.
I've walked downtown Orlando and seen a whole band, and I'm just like, I just saw them play, you know. So
Yeah, but we were walking around down there, and we saw like a bunch of guys like selling shirts and stuff, like just walking around near the stadium,
yeah.
and they're all selling like Metallica shirts, and I'm like, this isn't a Metallica concert. What is
That's
going
funny.
on?
Metallica was playing that night somewhere else.
So we walked, we get in line. We got in line like an hour early. Um, the way Atlanta is set up, so they have all their stadiums on one street.
Yeah.
So Atlanta has their State Farm Stadium, which is where 21 Pilots played. It's the basketball stadium. They have the football stadium right next to it, and you could see it.
Yeah.
By the way, that stadium looks awesome. And then they have the baseball stadium next to that.
Yeah.
Metallica was playing in the freaking football stadium,
Nice.
and you could literally hear the music clearly because they had the dome open. You could hear the music and the crowd perfectly clear where we were standing in
Wow,
line.
that's so they're on the same night as 21 Pilots.
I couldn't tell
Metallica.
obviously what song they were playing because it's Metallica and I don't really know Metallica that much, but you could like hear the screaming and the guitar and everything.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was insane.
That's cool. And was someone playing in the baseball field?
I
The
don't know.
baseball team?
I have no idea.
They were losing?
No, they won the World Series.
Oh, they
You
did,
didn't know
didn't they?
that?
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so that was probably one of the cooler things.
That's awesome, yeah.
The only bad part about that, both concerts got out at the exact same
And
time.
traffic was insane.
Oh yeah. We had to
Wow.
walk like 3 blocks to our Uber and then
Yo,
jump
man,
in during.
You
Sorry,
punching me, bro. You want to fight?
we had to
You
walk.
did this to me last time. No?
we had to jump in our Uber like 3 blocks away because he was stuck at a light, and then he turned and like took us back to the hotel. It was- yeah,
You jump in your Uber, and then you're like, you're taking too long to get me to my place. I'm jumping out. And he's like, yeah, I'm still
Well,
going to charge you.
the freaking police officers only let. We were standing at one corner that we told our Uber like, here's where we are. If you can pick us up here.
Yeah.
The police officers would stop everybody, let people walk, and then stop them, and then just let one lane just keep going. And they weren't
Oh,
moving any of the other lanes, and we were like,
That's crazy. That sucks.
police officers don't know how to run traffic, apparently.
Well,
At least in Atlanta.
whoa, man. Don't be hating your cup. Don't do my man.
I'm gonna get arrested next
Oh,
time I go to Atlanta now.
They're gonna be like, so we heard you don't like us. I'm like, "That's
Get on
all-
the ground!
get the fuck out."
Taser, taser! You're closing this one too. Shimmer, shimmer, shimmer.
Shimmer. I'm gonna leave that in.
Shimmer, shimmer, shimmer.
So, yeah, that's the end of our show for today,
For this
or
week.
for this week, or for
For
whenever
this
you get to
week.
hear it.
Yeah, whenever. For this possibly hour.
Yes. Thank you for listening to the Noodle Shop today. My name is Gio.
And I am
Sparta!
Iron Man. I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
man.
I'm Tristan, by the way.
And yeah, we'll see you on the next one.
Like, share, subscribe, please.